Welcome people to the World Wide Web, and this is a redoing from, now it's on the new channel of my new series Modern Collector. So this is Modern Collector New Line, Mighty Ducks episode 1. So thank you all for coming over to this channel if you have or seen, or even if you've come across this channel. Hopefully these videos will be quite interesting to you. So as you can see, obviously Mighty Ducks there, that'll be apparent while they're in the background as well. So the reason for this series, as any of you who follow the toy channels and stuff, there's loads of collectors out there who do DVDs, toys, and their premise is that they will buy stuff and flip it, use the profits, and buy collections and buy toys for their stuff, and it doesn't cost them anything. Now, the few things that they don't cover, which is time and like the additional cost. Like you see people go to Goodwill, you see people go to conventions and stuff, and the fuel that it takes to get there, the price of the tickets, and a few other bits. It's never covered, and I think that's a little bit unrealistic. Now, I'm not slagging off these channels or these videos because I am subscribed to quite a few of them and I do watch them. I am very intrigued, but it's not for everyone, as you may be aware from news and stuff like that. Like they've said around Christmas time for the UK, obviously like 1 in 4 people who buy toys are adults, are adult collectors. You know, and if we all followed the same suit of buying stuff to flip it, or like we're going and doing what this is, we'd all be competing with each other and it'd just be absolutely chaos. And I don't think you would thrive. It would just be too competitive for a lot of people. Plus, a lot of people have lives and a lot of things, personal things going on, and obviously even nowadays with how much stuff is going expensive and that. And it's even shown on Hasbro. I think Hasbro are letting a load of people go due to the costs of everything, so it shows how it's affecting everybody across the board. But anyway, I digress and get a little bit off subject. So what I wanted to do is a realistic challenge. So how I always work, I collect more or less the whole line if I can do, all bits in it. I try not to duplicate figures. If you've seen my tool video, you'll see like obviously with Spider-Man and stuff, I have alternate figures for the Turtles, I have alternate figures for lines. Power Rangers, I try not to double up on anything. But for the individual lines that I like, say I take like Double Dragon and stuff, I'm just trying to get one of each. Not really fussed in the vehicles because they take up a lot of space. Only like simply like Mask and that where there are vehicles, so you know it just happens to be that they take up a lot of space, but that's what it is. So when there's other series that I wasn't necessarily big into, or I want placeholders for it, I will use Silverhawks. So Quicksilver, the main character, I have liked the series, never watched it as a kid, watched it later in life, and as going on. I like a placeholder for it, so I've got Super 7's main Quicksilver figure on order. That's the only figure I want. I won't get any other ones of the line because they're quite expensive anyway, but I like a placeholder. So I had Mighty Ducks in kind of idea to get 1 or 2 as a placeholder, maybe one of each of the 6 team members here, or 5 I should say, because Tanya doesn't have a figure. And that's how I wanted to go, but I've decided I'm going to go out to complete everything. So the Mighty Ducks was a 90s cartoon and then turned into a toy line, or around about the same time. There were 5 toy lines altogether with 27 figures, so multiples of each of these characters, except for Tanya, as I said, on the end, because she didn't have a figure at that point, right? And then there was 3 main vehicles, and then they did a special edition with Nosedive, who's the guy on the end, and the Duck Cycle with a gold mask. So technically 4 vehicles and 28 figures. So this challenge is to, let's see if I can get the whole figure toy line, or 5 waves, best condition as I am. I'm an out of box collector, so be warned of I possibly will be buying, and I know I've at least bought 1 that's in box that's coming out of it, so if you're not into that I do apologise. I don't mean to devalue the figures, but I want to display them and interact with them, stuff like this. Once I get to the end of the line, I don't know what I will do with all of it. I may keep all of it or not, but the plan is to get everything as complete as I can in as good a condition as I am. Now that means going along the line I will get some beat 'em ups just for placeholders, and I'll swap stuff out. And you know, like this was a 90s toy line, it's 2023. 30 years have gone by almost, so I'm not going to be able to get even some of them, but we shall see. But yeah, we're going to go on 2 factors here, so it's time and money, because as I say, time is money. So however long I take to look for something. So it's if I'm searching on eBay, if I'm searching on Facebook, if I'm talking to people, all of that time is taken into consideration and stored. And then I will also do the realistic costs. So this will be the cost of the figure. If I have to go and pick one up, I will try my best to calculate the fuel that it takes to go there and back, and then I'll add that into the figure. If I go to a convention, however many figures I pick up at that convention, I will divide by the price to get into that convention. So say it costs 10 quid to get in, and I bought 10 figures. Each figure, say I bought a Mighty Duck figure and that was 10 quid, then I would take £1 for the ticket onto it, and then I would divide the price to get to there by 10, because that was technically a tenth of what was worth it, and that's how I will be doing it. The whole point of this is just to give a realistic idea of people out there what we actually have to go through, because it is because these videos, I say the videos I do like watching them, but it kind of, you don't kind of realise all the actually time and effort that goes into looking for this. And I mean, even me, I'm having to learn of what figure goes with what the accessories are, is there bits missing and all this stuff, because like with many figures there's always little bits that you can never play. So yeah, so that's the challenge. So we shall start. So this is obviously episode 1, so we will go. We do have some pickups. So first one, so this is Siege. He's one of the villains. I think there was 4 villains in the series altogether. Only 3 of them had figures, and they only have 1 figure each in between different lines. So yeah, so he, as you can see, obviously there is a black mark here. There's quite scratches. He's not in the best condition, even colours there you can see. But spring action is there for his tail and his head, and he has a boulder accessory which he didn't come with. So this obviously is the first one. I will pop a picture. This is how much I paid from eBay, £11.20. I'm having to consult my lists. So yeah, this is him. He's mostly tight, a bit of an awkward figure if I can put it from side to stand, because he's more front heavy, but I will get around that to the best abilities. So that's the first character I bought up. So 1 down of 26 or 27, or 28 I say, including special things. So 1 down. And then number 2, so this was the big guy. So this is like a Terror Drone. He came out in the later waves. These are like the minions of the bad guys. You know, they had loads of them. I would like to get a few. This is one placeholder now. As you can see, the bottom of his legs look a little discoloured. Now, looking at photos, I'm not 100% sure if that is just kind of the paint or it's just where the person has stored it. This cost me £30 and 20p altogether. Again, I'll be putting eBay listings up here to show you as best the prices that I paid, to show that I'm not fabricating any of this. And there was 2 of these for sale. There was this guy from the UK, and there was one from America. And they were more or less about the same price, about 35 quid. And I was umming and ahhing which one to get, because the other guy they both had offers on them. This guy then, because I favoured it, liked it, he sent me an offer of like 10% less. We then got in a bit of a bidding war backwards and forwards, which you'll see on the time limit I've already spent on this. And it ended up going back to I ended up offering the original price, because he wouldn't take anything else at all. You know, even like 50p, which I'm like, why do you put offers on figures if you're not going to accept them? I know he offered me less anyway, but the main reason I was going back and forth, because he has his weapon. So this figure comes with his weapon, as far as I can tell from the packaging and stuff. It didn't come with packaging, but online. So this is complete, even though he's a little bit faded there. So yep, so that altogether, we were at £41.40 we've spent, and it has so far taken me 53 minutes. I say, with the back and forth on this guy, Siege only took like 10-15 minutes to find. This guy, looking at the accessories, looking at different versions, and going back and forth took ages. So yeah, I've spent almost an hour already getting 2 figures, and like just over 40 quid, whereas 40 quid doesn't seem a lot, but when you take an hour of your time. So yeah. So that's it. So 2 figures down, 26 to go, and 3 to 4 vehicles, depending on if I get a special edition or not. But so hopefully you've enjoyed that. But I wanted to add an extra bonus in. As you can see in the background, I like drawing. These are all mine. They're my versions of the Mighty Ducks, and I want to give them away. I will be doing more drawings as it goes on, and I may do some better ones. Obviously, these are quite quick sketches, while they're not brilliant quality. Whether that's coming through. But I want to give away Grin first. So how I'm going to do this, if you've watched this episode, All you need to do is like, comment and subscribe. 3 things to do to this channel. What I will do is when the next video is up of this, I will go through all the comments of this video. I will choose one at random, and then they will get this figure. And then all that person needs to do is send me their name and address, and I will send it out to them. You don't have to pay anything. I'm not asking for any money. All postage costs will be from me. It will be recorded, so you get a notification, and then I can send you the tracking number so you can notify. And then if anything happens, I can redo another one and send it to you. You know, I'm not asking for money. I'm not making money of this. Obviously, this channel has no subscribers as of this video, so you know this is costing me money. I don't mind, because I want to give away these. I think, you know, there may be people out there who have kids who may have Disney Plus and started watching this and go, oh, I actually quite like that, Dad or Mum. You can have a free picture. There you go. You know, I might be famous in 20, 30 years time, and these might actually be worth something, or it just might be something fun for your kids to have on their wall. So yep, so that's that. So, you know, do like and comment. Again, it's a new, as I've started this new channel and no subscribers, I will roll it over. If Grin doesn't go, I'll keep it. It may even be that I get a lot of comments, people going, I want like Wild Wing, or I want Tanya or Duke L'Orange, and then we may mix it up. But I would like them all to go. If not, they will just be placeholders in the background. You know, they'll go with the Call series. But yeah, so obviously this has been the Modern Collector New Line Mighty Ducks episode 1. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one. Cypher Sigma signing out.